Okay, in today's video, we're going to go through the steps required to sign up for the Knox portal. We do that by creating a Samsung account, and then we can log in at Samsung Knox with that account to the portal. The portal is where we're going to request access to Knox Configure, Knox Mobile Enrollment, and Knox Manage. And then once we've got access to those, we always start the login process at samsungknox.com for either one of those services, which we call the Knox Cloud Services. So in order to get started, we'll pull up a browser. We're going to go to samsungknox.com. Once you're there, in the top right-hand corner, you're going to see a link for sign in. We click that link. It's going to take us to the Samsung account creation page. Or actually to log in, but since we don't have one, we need to sign up. We do that by clicking on the bottom where it says sign up here. Click that link, and then you're presented with terms that you've got to go through and agree to. Feel free to click on all of these, make sure you're comfortable with this, and when you're ready to proceed, just hit agree. Now, we're asked for an email address. I would highly recommend using a distribution list here, not a personal email address. You want something that isn't tied to any one person, but is something that that can be shared, like a distribution list. So in my case, I'm going to use admin@knoxdemos.us, which is the domain I want to use. Create a password, confirm that password, and then you'll fill out the rest of your information here. And once you're ready, we'll hit next at the bottom. So okay, now we can hit next, and it's going to ask us to confirm our email. So in my case, we'll just come over here. I've got my mailbox open. I need to click on the link to verify my account. Great, now my account's been verified. Okay, so now that I've created my Samsung account, it's now asking me to register for the Knox portal. So we'll do that by filling out the rest of the information here. So go ahead and do that. All right, and we'll click on all of these terms. Again, feel free to click these links, go through, make sure you're comfortable with that. And when you're ready, just go ahead on I've read and agree, and then hit submit. Once you hit submit, you'll be taken to the portal. And this is where, like I said earlier, this is where everything starts. So you see here we've got Knox Configure, Knox Mobile Enrollment, Knox Manage, ePhoto, amongst other things. In our case, we're going to register for these top three. So we're going to hit try for free on Knox Configure. And again, more terms and conditions. Feel free to read those. Submit that application. All right, and now we've got access to Knox Configure. We want to do Knox Mobile Enrollment next, so we'll click on try for free there. Again, more terms, submit that. All right, and finally we've got Knox Manage, so we'll hit try for free. And then, so in Knox Manage, it works a little bit differently than KC and KME. First thing we want to do is we're going to request a trial license. When we do that, this is generated automatically. So there's our license. And now you see here, it's going to ask us to create another username. So this username is for Knox Manage specifically. This is an admin account. This has nothing to do with the Knox portal account we just created. This is strictly for Knox Manage. And once you log in here, you can create other users for Knox Manage, other administrators, and invite them in and things like that. So just keep that in mind. The other thing that you might notice, I don't have it here because this is a brand new domain that I've registered, but if somebody in your organization has already registered in Knox Manage using your domain, you might have to put a subdomain, but it'll tell you that. Again, you can't see it in mine, but if you do get that prompt, then you'll have to create some kind of subdomain there to create your instance. So we'll keep going here. I'm in Americas, create my password, and then some more terms and conditions. And finally, we'll hit set up Knox Manage. All right, so now we have access to all of the 3 services that we're going to be dealing with. If you click Launch Console for each one of those, you should get brought to the page. And on this one, actually, we've applied, but we haven't been given access. So this will take a couple of days for someone to approve on the back end. But once you get approval, then you'll be able to log into that portal. So make sure we have the same thing for mobile enrollment. When we click on mobile enrollment, we've got to wait for that approval process. And then finally, Knox Manage. Okay, so Knox Manage is a little bit different. This is an automated approval process, so we don't have to wait. We're actually ready to log in here and start playing with it, but that'll be in a different video. For now, I hope you guys have found this helpful. Give it a few days. You should get an email with your approvals, and then you can come back into the portal at samsungknox.com, and you can start playing with Knox Configure and Knox KME. But for now, you're all set up, you're ready to go. Feel free to play around with Knox Manage or watch the other videos that we've got that go in a bit more detail into the configuration of Knox Manage, Knox Configure, and Knox Mobile Enrollment. Thanks for watching.